Hello everyone and welcome to your yoga practice with me, Laura, here at The Social. Today's practice is for anyone who spends a little bit too much time sitting down. So when I say that, I mean this is a practice for absolutely everyone. I think for most of us, when we spend time sitting down, it might be stuff that we're interested in or we're working on, but it's a kind of boring task and we kind of just have to get it done, and that's sort of the way it is. So not only is this yoga practice going to be really good for getting you back open from being in this kind of slumpy writing position all day or typing position all day, but I really want this to be a practice that's going to help lift your spirits and inspire you so that you feel like you have enough energy to, even after having to spend so much time doing things that you kind of just have to do because we're human, you feel inspired to go on and do some things that actually really make your heart beat as well. So before we get going, just take a moment to be like, this is left and this is right, or I think for you guys this is left and this is right, I think. Take a moment, be like left, right, because that's always the trickiest part of yoga, and then once you've got that down, we're just going to throw our arms around, we're going to practice, and it's going to be a whole bunch of fun. So come join me on your yoga mat, and we're just going to start in a little bit of a cross-legged position up at the top of your mat. So whatever cross-legged position is most comfortable for you. And then you're just going to take your hands onto your knees. Okay? And then as you breathe in, you're just going to stretch your chest all the way forwards. And then breathing out, curl all the way back. Hey, Mitzi. Again, breathe in, curl all the way forwards, pull your chest forwards, nice and long to the front of your neck. And then again, exhale, rock all the way back. So you're just going to keep that going with your breath. Inhaling, coming forwards, and exhaling, rocking all the way back. And you can keep going, just front back, or if you'd like to, you might begin to sort of spin around in some circles. Just kind of whirl around and around and around and around. And if you can sync it with your breath, then wonderful. If it's not going to sync with your breath, then equally wonderful. You just keep going. And then maybe once you've gone around in one direction, you start to spin around in the other direction. And you just start to work into your hips and your spine. And don't worry if it feels really uncoordinated. The first time you do anything like this and you've been sitting down all day, it's going to feel a little bit funky. And then again, as you breathe in, just pull your chest all the way forwards. And then as you breathe out this time, rock it back and you're going to come into a little Navasana shape. So you're sitting on your sitting bones, shoulder blades together, your thighs are revealed, your shins are parallel with the floor. And then as you breathe in, reach your arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, lower down so your shoulders and your heels hover. And then breathe in, maybe stretch your arms up and overhead. Exhale, try and bring it back into that Navasana shape. As you breathe in, come up so you're in your cross-legged position again. Stretch your arms all the way up. And then exhale, rock back, press into your sitting bones, lift up Navasana. Again, breathe in, lift your arms. Exhale, rock down. Inhale, stretch up. And exhale, rock up. One last time. Breathe in, either staying on your bum or you can come up to your knees, stretch your arms up. Exhale, let your hips drop down, lift your shins. Breathe in, lift. And then exhale, lower. Last time, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, come back up into Navasana and then cross your ankles in front of you. Either lean to one side or roll forwards. Hands to the front of your mat, hands under shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And just spread through your fingers. You're going to breathe in with your toes tucked under. Scoop your bum up to the ceiling, belly melts, chest forward, gaze up. So you come into a little back bend. And as you breathe out, begin to push into your hands, hover your knees up off the ground. Send your hips up as high as you can. So there's like a line from your wrist to your shoulders to your hips. And then once you've got that, try and keep it and begin to straighten out through your legs. And just for these first couple of breaths, maybe you're kind of pedaling out through your heels, swaying your hips from side to side. It really doesn't matter how straight your legs go, we're more looking for the length through your spine. So your heels might be pretty lifted, you might even keep a little bend in your knees, but you're keeping your spine nice and long. And then from there, as you breathe in, lift high up onto the balls of your feet, curl your way all the way forwards to a plank position, so your shoulders are over your wrists. And then exhale with your elbows squeezing in, lower all the way down towards the ground. You can always lower your knees to do that. Toenails on the ground as you breathe in, reach your fingertips back, lift your chest up. And if you have space as you breathe out, clasp your fingers behind you. Breathe in, keep that, but lift your legs up off the floor. And then breathing out, place your hands by your ribcage, fingertips point forward, elbows stretch back. And as you breathe in, push into your hands, curl it all the way up into a little back bend, try and keep your neck nice and long, collarbones broad. Exhale, tuck your toes, take your hips all the way back and up into that little downward facing dog shape. Breath or two, and then we'll start to move. So just take an inhale, let your hips move back. And as you breathe out, just very gently walk or step your feet all the way up to your hands. And breathe in to find a little halfway lift, look forwards. And then breathing out, let your knees soften as much as you'd like to fold. Inhale, push down to the ground, reach your arms all the way up towards the ceiling. Breathing out, hands all the way down into your chest. Okay, so starting to move. As you breathe in, bend your knees, sink your hips, come up into a little chair pose. Again, you just have a moment, you're like left and right, right and left, and then as you breathe out, fold forwards. Breathe in to look forwards, nice long spine. And then breathing out, step your left leg all the way back into a lunge. Let your left knee come down. And breathe in to reach your arms all the way up towards the ceiling. As you breathe out, you're going to let your left hand come down between your shoulders. Your right arm might come up between your shoulders. You might be able to grab your fingers. Or you might clasp your hands from the outside, just up and overhead, and then let your left elbow reach up and your right elbow reach down. It doesn't matter. Whichever variation works. As you breathe in, squeeze your thighs, hug your belly in, lift your chest and maybe arc back just a little bit. Hold as you breathe out. And then again, you're going to reach your left arm, breathe in, stretch it up. As you breathe out, reach your left arm forwards. Inhale, reach your right arm up. And then breathe out, cross your right arm on top of your left arm, backs or fronts of your palms pressed. Take a breath in, squeeze your shoulder blades together, lift your fingertips up. Hold as you breathe out. And then when you breathe in, imagining your arms are big wings, fly your arms out to the side, lift your chest up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring your left hand down towards the ground, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Breathe in to stretch your right arm up to the ceiling. See all these lefts and rights. It's starting to really open up through your spine, your upper back, your chest, all those really yummy places. And as you breathe out, bring your right hand down towards the ground, step all the way back to that upside down facing V shape, downward facing dog. Breathe into curl forwards plank. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way down towards the ground, up to you. Breathe in, roll your shoulders back, lift your chest. Exhale, tuck your toes, drift it back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Just keep breathing. And then as we move into these next sequences, they all kind of build on one another. So you're going to get used to left and right, and you're going to get used to flying your arms around. And see if you can let go of any sort of worries about making sure you get it right, and see if you can just enjoy it. Let your creativity come out, fly your arms around, feel like you're dancing to, we'll go for Justin Bieber today. So as you breathe in, stretch your right leg up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, step your right foot all the way up towards the top of your mat, drop your left knee down again. As you breathe in, stretch your arms up towards the ceiling. Flying this time, exhale, let your left hand drop between your shoulders, right hand maybe comes up. Take a breath in, draw your belly in, let your heart lean back. Exhale there. Breathe in, left arm lifts. Exhale, fingertips reach forwards. Inhale, stretch your right arm up. Exhale, right arm on top of your left arm, backs or fronts of your palms pressed. You have this eagle shape with your arms. And take a breath in, lift your chest. Hold as you breathe out. You can inhale, fly your chest and your arms open. And then as you exhale again, left hand comes down towards the floor, tuck your left toes. Breathe in to stretch your right arm up to the ceiling, lift your left knee. Take a breath or two. And then when you're ready, right fingertips come down towards the floor, step your left foot up to the top of your mat. Breathe in for your halfway lift. Exhale, soften, fold. Again, inhale to push into the ground, reach your arms all the way up and overhead. Urdhva Hastasana, and breathing out, hands all the way back into your chest. Exact same thing other side. Breathing in, bend your knees, Utkatasana chair pose. Exhale, if you'd like to, maybe you interlace your hands behind you as you fold, just maybe. Breathe in to release your hands, halfway lift, look forwards. Exhale, step your right leg to the back of the mat, lower your right knee down. So again, first one will move a bit slower, so breathe in, reach your arms up towards the ceiling, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Exhale, right hand reaches down between your shoulder blades, left arm either catches at the side or it can sweep up behind you. Try and keep your hips square, the right side of your waist rolling forwards. As you breathe in, maybe draw belly ribs and chest in, lean your right elbow back just a touch. Hold as you breathe out. Breathe in, right arm stretches to the ceiling. Exhale, draw belly ribs and chest in, stretch your right arm forwards. As you breathe in, your left arm can fly up. And then exhale, left arm on top of your right arm, back to the fronts of your palms press. Take a breath in, lift it up, maybe arc back. Hold as you exhale. Breathe in, fly open, nice big open chest, complete opposite of being at your computer. And then exhale, right hand comes down, right knee lifts. Breathe in to stretch your left arm up. Just enjoy that twist, really hug your left hip back and in, squeeze your left inner thigh to your belly button, maybe you lean back a little bit. And then breathing out, left hand comes down, step it back, downward facing dog. Breathe in to come forwards to plank. Again, as you lower, your knees can be lifted or lowered, elbows draw in. Breathe in, toenails on the mat, roll your shoulders back, lift your chest, maybe a little bit higher if you like. Exhale, tuck your toes, drift back through downward facing dog. Couple of breaths. So again, you kind of know what's about to come. Hopefully you're sort of figuring out left and right and it's all making a little bit more sense. Let go of getting it right and start to enjoy it. Start to just flail around. Okay, so as you breathe in, left leg stretches up. Exhale, step that left foot all the way forwards, let your right knee come down. Again, breathe in with your breath, stretch up. Exhale, right hand comes down, left arm drops and then reaches up. Take a breath in, draw belly, ribs and chest in, maybe arc back. Hold as you exhale. Breathe in, right arm lifts. Exhale, draw your belly and extend your right arm forwards. Inhale, left arm stretches up. Exhale, left arm on top of your right arm, back to the fronts of your palms press. You can take a breath in, lift your chest. Exhale, really broaden across your collarbones. And as you breathe in, fly your arms open, get that nice big glory moment, lift your sternum up to the ceiling. Exhale, right hand comes down, right knee lifts. Breathe in, roll your left arm open, twists. Again, just a breath or two. Squeezing your left hip in, lifting your back knee, maybe rolling a little bit further open. Exhale, left fingertips down towards the ground, step your right foot up to the top of your mat. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, soften, fold. As you breathe in, push into the ground, stretch your arms all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands all the way in towards your chest. Nice, so we're going to change it up a little bit as you breathe in again, bend your knees, Utkatasana. Exhale, dive it forwards if you'd like to, you can clasp your hands behind you, maybe your hands at the floor. Breathe in, halfway lift, look forwards. Exhale, this time palms to the ground, hop or step your way back through to plank and lower down towards the floor. Breathe in, toenails on the mat, strong legs, strong belly, open chest, long neck into your back bend, cobra. Exhale, drift it back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Inhale, right leg stretches up. As you exhale, squeeze your right knee in, step it all the way forwards. This time, keeping your back knee lifted, bring your left heel down towards the ground, and then you're going to cartwheel your arms up. So you come into a warrior two position. So your wrist creases are above your ankles, your hips are nice and level, your right knee's settled over your ankle, hips are square, sides of your waist are long, pinky edge of your back foot's in line with the short edge of your mat. Fingers are reaching out towards the sides, and then you can gaze over your right middle finger. And just to sink in, you'll breathe in, straighten your right leg, reach up. Breathing out, keep your left leg straight, bend your right knee, hands through your chest. Breathe in, two more, reach long through your right leg, reach up. Exhale, bend your right knee, hands into your chest. Last time, inhale, reach up. Exhale, sink in. This time, keep your legs where they are as you breathe in, fly your arms out and open. Hold as you breathe out. And as you breathe in, flip the palm of your right hand, take your left arm down your back leg. Stretch your right arm nice and long, get a big side stretch through your right side waist. And then as you breathe out, bring your right forearm and rest it onto your right thigh. If it just so happens that you do a lot of yoga and your fingertips go down to the ground, and go for it, but otherwise you can hang out here. You're going to reach your left arm up to the ceiling, and then flip the palm of your hand so your thumb is facing to the back of your mat, your palm is facing away from you. And then you're just going to let that hand come behind you, and you'll try and reach for your right inner thigh. You might not be able to reach, it might just be hanging out behind you. Either way, it's fine. You might grab a hold of your thigh. And then notice if you're slumping on your right shoulder and see if you can lift it up. Roll the left side of your chest back, relax your left shoulder, and then drop your right ear to your right shoulder. And see if you can get this nice big stretch to the left side of your neck. And you try and focus on that instead of the shaking in your right thigh. Okay? Nice, smooth, deep, steady breath. Close your eyes and start to feel that left shoulder release. And from there, if you'd like to, you can keep your half bind so your left hand stays right as you breathe in. Push into your right foot, stretch your right arm all the way up and overhead. So again, you come into a kind of half bind sun warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down towards the ground, either straight to down dog or step back to plank and lower down. Breathe in, shoulder heads reach back, collarbones open, neck long to cobra or up dog. And then exhale, tuck your toes, drift it back, downward facing dog. Couple of breaths, 1 or 2. Relaxing your neck, strong through your arms, engaging through your legs to move your hips and your bum even higher up towards the ceiling. And then as you breathe in next, same thing other side, stretch your left leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale, step your left foot all the way up towards the top of your mat. Bring your right heel down for warrior 2, so your left heel's in line with the inner arch of your right foot, and then cartwheel your arms all the way up. Okay. So again, wrist creases underneath or over the top of your ankle creases. Hips are nice and in line. Left knee in line with your second toe. Right leg is strong. Left leg is strong but bent. Okay. Then reach out through your fingertips. Easy, easy shoulders. Again, just to work in as you breathe in, straighten your left leg, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands through your heart, bend your left knee, try and keep your spine central through your hips. Again, breathe in, reach it all the way up. Exhale, hands through your chest. Last time, breathing in, reach it all the way up. Exhale, hands to your chest. As you breathe in, fly your arms open. Hold as you exhale, warrior 2. Breathe in, flip the palm of your left hand so it faces the ceiling. Right arm down your back leg. Stretch nice and long through that left side. So you can keep all of that length as you breathe out. Your tailbone moves to your right heel. Your left forearm rests against your right thigh. You can stretch your right arm up towards the ceiling, really long across your collarbones and your upper back. You can flip the palm of your right hand so the thumb faces the back of your mat. Reach your hand behind you, either just let it hang out at your left hip or grab a hold of your left inner thigh. Keep rolling the right side of your chest open. Relax your left ear to your left shoulder. Right side of your neck starts to open. Left leg's a little bit shaky, but that's okay. And so you can just really enjoy this sensation of having a really open heart. Being in a position where you're not closed off, where you're not doing something because you have to, you're doing something because you made a choice to do it. How lucky we are to have that time. And then with your next breath in, keep your left knee bent, maybe keep your half bind, stretch your left arm all the way up and overhead, nice big side stretch. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down towards the ground, step back through to plank and lower down or straight to downward facing dog. Breathe in, tops of your feet on the ground, shoulder heads back, spine long, lift cobra. Exhale, drift back, downward facing dog. Full breath in. And deep breath out. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. And deep breath in. And deep breath out. Take 1 more inhale, stretch your hips back. And as you breathe out, let your hips or your knees, come down towards the ground. You can move them up towards your ankles just a little bit. And then your wrists. Let your bum come down towards the ground. Stretch your legs forwards. Okay. And then from there, I'm just going to spin to face you. You're going to grab a hold of your right foot and pull your right foot to the inside of your left inner thigh. Okay. Take your fingertips behind you, take a breath in, lift nice and long through your chest. You can always bend your left knee. And then as you breathe out, just begin to fold forwards over your leg. You'll just take again another nice big inhale, find some length. Nice big breath out. 1 more time, deep breath in. And deep breath out. And one more deep breath in. And full breath out. And as you breathe in, curl up through your spine. Stay where you are. I'm just going to watch around so you can see. Keep your right foot where it is, left leg where it is, and your right hand is going to go behind you so your fingertips point away from you. Push into your right shin, your left heel, and your right hand. Try and lift your hips up. Stretch nice and long through that left side. You can roll your chest open, really push into everything that's on the floor. And then as you breathe out, you can come all the way back down. Switch up your legs. So you bring the sole of your left foot into your right inner thigh, and your right leg is long. Okay. Take a moment, and then again you can breathe in, lift up nice and tall. Exhale, soften, fold. Over that right leg can have a bend and it doesn't need to be a deep forward fold. And just start to feel maybe a little bit of space in your outer hip, along your lower back. Relax the back of your neck, relax your shoulders. And enjoy a little bit of a more restful posture. And from there, as you breathe in again, roll all the way up. Again, you stay where you are. I'm just going to move so you can see. You're going to keep your left shin on the ground, right heel on the ground, left hand on the floor behind you, and then breathe in, push into the floor. Let your hips rise up, lengthen through the right side of your waist, reach your right arm to the back of the room. Nice side stretch, and then again, exhale. Let yourself come all the way down towards the ground. And then this time, maybe you move your hips towards your heels, roll down so you're on your back. Nice place to be. Maybe just for a second, let your knees kind of sway from side to side, if that feels nice. And then just for a moment, just to create a little bit of extra space in your lower back, squeeze your knees into your chest, and then take your left knee out to the left, right knee out to the right. You can stay here, pressing your tailbone forwards, or you can reach for the pinky edges of your feet, stack your ankles over your knees. So this pose is Ananda Balasana, means happy baby or blissful baby pose. And you just get a little bit of an opening into your inner thighs, into your lower back, and rock from side to side. It feels really nice to stay here. You can absolutely stay here, or we're going to move into a bit of a back bend just to keep opening up through the front body, which tends to be all hunched up during the day whenever we're sitting down. So bring the soles of your feet down towards the floor. Make sure you can tickle the backs of your heels with your fingertips. You know there's lots of space there, and then you can push down into your feet and begin to move your knees forwards, and then hopefully just by pushing into your feet, moving your knees forwards, your bum's going to lift up off the ground, and then push into your shoulders and lift your chest up towards your chin, so it feels like you're pushing your knees forward and your chest to your chin, and then keep that going as you maybe lift your hips a little bit higher. Okay. Then you can stay there, keep squeezing your inner thighs together so your knees aren't rolling out, or walk your shoulders underneath you, interlace your fingers, come into a little bridge pose. Try and relax your bum. Don't worry so much about thinking of this as a back bend, think of it as a front opener. It's nice, open through your chest, open through your hip flexors, open through your thighs. One more glorious big breath in. And then as you breathe out, you can release your arms, maybe lift to the balls of your feet so you can roll down your spine. Again, maybe just let your knees windshield wiper from left to right. Let it go. And then one last time. If you practice yoga lots and you feel it's wonderful and you want to go up into a wheel pose because that's your thing, you can. Otherwise, stick with me. We'll do bridge again. Wiggle your feet in, heels hip width distance apart. And then from there again, push into your feet, move your knees forwards. Bum just hovers up off the ground without even trying. Then push into your shoulders, lift your chest to your chin. Keep your knees moving forwards, chest moving to your chin, knees forwards, chest to chin, hips lift automatically. Again, squeeze your shoulder blades underneath you, interlace your fingers, chest to chin, knees forward, hips just organically lifting up towards the ceiling. Relax your bum a little bit, keep your inner thighs squeezing towards one another. And then let go of all of those alignment cues and just be in there and be like, I'm in this shape because I chose to be and this is nice. You get to counteract all that stuff we do all day and make some room for inspiration, for something new, for doing things that we're passionate about. And then from there again, release your hands, maybe lift to the balls of your feet just so you can curl all the way down, tailbone hits the ground last. For a moment, paddle, 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 let your knees sway from one side to the other, one side to the other. And then we'll just settle into a final twist. So bring the sole of your left foot to the ground, cross your right ankle over your left thigh. So you have this number 4 shape, kind of, with your legs, your right knee's opening out. And then your left foot, the foot that's on the ground, step it over to the left so it kind of comes off your mat, and let both of your knees drop to the right. Okay. Maybe keep your left shoulder heavy, gaze over to the left, so in the opposite direction of your knees. And just let go of any sort of awareness of your breath. And just let yourself hang out. And enjoying a moment to completely relax, just to rest into the shape that your body's made for you. And then from there you can swing yourself back through to centre, take the sole of your right foot to the ground, cross your left ankle over your right thigh, again your left foot's flexed, your knees rolling open, step your right foot to the right, knees drop over to the left, keep your right shoulder heavy and gaze to the right. And then just spinal twist, but keeping our hip flexors and our quads open. And again, let the backs of your shoulders rest so you're still nice and broad across your collarbones. And one more deep breath in. And then breathing out, maybe just come through to centre. If there are any final little postures that you're really craving, then go ahead and take them. Otherwise, you can walk your legs out, walk your arms out, and just let yourself rest in this pose called Shavasana. So you're just lying on your back, you're hanging out, you're just breathing, observing what's going on in your mind, and seeing if you can practice being comfortable. Practice noticing what's happening, and being okay with it anyway. And realizing that you have a choice. So if you hear something you don't like, you go, I don't like it, I have a choice, I can change it. I have that strength, I have that capability. Decide the things that I have to do and decide the things that I want and I would like to do. And feel free to stay here for as long as you like. However, I'll let you rest or you can come back with me. You'll just hug your knees in towards your chest, and then in any way that's comfortable, whether it's rocking to one side or rocking all the way up to a seat, you'll just bring yourself up to a seated position. You can come into a little cross-legged position, bring your hands towards your hearts. And you just take a moment to remind yourself that we're always going to have things that we need to do. We're always going to have things that we're human and we have to-do lists and we have to do certain things to stay healthy, to stay alive, to look after the people we love. But reminding yourself that even though it seems like there are days where there's just no time, that in order to stay alive, to stay living and to stay enjoying life, you have to make time and do things that inspire you, that make you happy, that make you the enthusiastic and inspirational person that you want to be and that you'd like people to see in you. And whenever you're ready, you can bring the palms of your hands to the centre of your forehead, always that reminder of clarity of thought, to your lips for honesty and integrity of speech, and then down towards your heart for clarity of action, just always allowing your unique and your wonderful light to shine, things you're thinking, saying and doing every moment of every day. And when you're ready, take a huge big bow to yourself. Big bang thank you to everyone who's in front of their laptop or iPad or iPhone or whatever it is that they're in front of, joining you in your practice. Thank you so much everyone for joining me and Mitzi, it seems, at the social, and I hope to catch you here soon. Bye guys!